The House of Fame by Geoffrey Chaucer. The House of Fame is a medieval English poem penned by Geoffrey Chaucer. It is believed to have been written between 1374 and 1385. This expansive work consists of 3 books, spanning over 2,005 lines, and is presented as a dream vision compassed in octosyllabic couplets. In this poetic journey, the narrator, upon a sleep, finds himself within a dazzling glass temple, embellished with depictions of renowned individuals and their notable deeds. Accompanied by an eagle acting as his guide, he engages in introspection regarding the nature of fame and the reliability of recorded glory. Through this introspective voyage, Chaucer contemplates the role of the poet in recounting the lives of the illustrious and the inherent truthfulness embedded within such narratives. Book 1. The narrator of the House of Fame wonders about the nature of dreams and questions why some are beautiful, while others terrify. He ponders their significance and marvels at their variety. The narrator asserts that he has had the most wonderful dream, and states that he will share the details as he remembers them. He invokes the god of sleep, and prays that neither he nor his audience misinterprets the meaning behind his magnificent dream. He asks that the people who read his narrative find joy, good health, and peace. The narrator dreams of a richly adorned temple of glass which he infers to be the home of Venus, the Roman goddess of beauty. He sees an engraving that depicts the fall of Troy to the Greeks, as described in Virgil's Aeneid, and the subsequent escape of Aeneas. The narrator also relates the story of Dido's love for Aeneas and her suicide, when he left her when following a command from Jupiter, the king of the Roman gods. The telling of events from the Aeneid ends with Aeneas' arrival in Italy, and the narrator stepping outside of the temple. A giant eagle appears above him and begins to descend. Book 2. The narrator runs, but the eagle easily catches him and proceeds to carry him high into the sky. The narrator faints. The eagle wakes him by speaking in a familiar voice and calling his name. The eagle assures the narrator that he is his friend, and that he has been sent by Jupiter, the thunder god whom the eagle sometimes refers to as Jove. The eagle explains that Jove appreciates the efforts of the narrator who works as a poet. As a reward, Jove is allowing the narrator to enter the House of Fame with the eagle as his guide. The eagle calls the narrator by name, which reveals that he is Geoffrey Chaucer. The eagle explains to the narrator that everything in nature has a place that it gravitates toward naturally. He also elucidates that sound is air that is broke, and that it moves like ripples through water. These ripples travel from around the world to the House of Fame. The House of Fame is the natural abode for sounds, so all noises and speech may be heard there. The eagle flies higher. However, the narrator is too frightened by their extreme height. The eagle tries to talk the narrator into learning the names of the stars, but the narrator makes the excuse that he is too old, so there's no point in trying at this point in his life. They approach the House of Fame and are accosted by an unidentifiable rumbling sound, which the eagle states is the unified voices of humanity. Book 3. The narrator of the House of Fame evokes Apollo, the god of science and of light, for guidance, as he composes Book 3. The eagle leaves the narrator, and the narrator painstakingly climbs to a building at the top of a massive block of ice. The names of famous people are carved into the ice, though many of the names are illegible. The ice has melted in some areas and erased characters. The narrator laments for these people who were once so famous, but who are now forgotten. Some of the ancient names have been protected by shade, and are now still clearly written. The narrator continues up the hill as he approaches the most beautiful building he has ever seen, the House of Fame. The House of Fame is filled with talented musicians and storytellers. Witches and sorcerers conjure images of people who have long since passed yet remain famous. The narrator reaches the throne room where fame sits, She is impossibly tall and slender with many eyes, ears, and tongues. On her feet are partridge wings. To either side of Fame are pillars, each bearing one of the most famous people in all of history. There are warriors, representatives of religion, and poets. Several groups of people approach Fame. Some hope to be honored by her, while others wish to remain anonymous. Some are worthy of being remembered and others are not. With apparent randomness, Fame either grants or denies the wishes of her petitioners. Those who are denied are treated cruelly. A man asks the narrator what his name is and why he has come to the House of Fame. The narrator replies that he knows his own worth and does not wish to be judged by Fame. He has come instead to seek inspiration for his writing and choose for himself who may receive a small amount of fame through his works. The narrator and the man leave the House of Fame and walk to a house in a valley. The house is made of interwoven twigs, and it spins while emitting creaks and squeaks. The doors stand open, and a vast number of people are inside who whisper and murmur of everyday gossip and events. The eagle sits on a stone near the revolving house. The narrator expresses a wish to spend some time inside, and the eagle asserts that he will never make it in without his help. The eagle carries the narrator inside, where he sets him down in the midst of an uncountable number of people. As soon as the people hear a bit of gossip, they rush on to another person to spread the rumor. Some individuals who represent either truth or lies fly out through the windows of the house to spread their narratives even further. The people clamor over one another in their fervor to spread gossip. An unnamed man enters who seems to the narrator to be a man of great authority. The poem ends abruptly.